Huh. So...
Another wretched foul.
That just happened.
Joins the Rework staff. Cursed Sotek spawn.
Hey, Godzilla 2021, thanks so much for continuing your tier 2 sub. 6 months, my dude. Thank you. Happy year. My goodness. It's interesting. What an interesting day. This is looking to be. Sean Lee, thanks so much for keeping your sub going, my dude. Really appreciate the support. Yeah, so Creative Assembly with the
amazing work as always, Sotek, my man.
Thanks, brother. So yeah, Rakarth the Beastlord is coming to a theater near you very soon. Hold on, let's change the background image. Let's bring out Rakarth. Where'd I put him? Where'd I put you, you goof? No. Where is he? Where art thou? There he is. I'll move myself over a little. So yeah! This is happening. Rakarth the Beastlord is officially in Total War Warhammer as of the 18th, according to the Total War Access email. Halogam, I did, but it's under the stream tag. So if you did not, it's under the stream alerts tag. So if you didn't enable yourself as one of the stream alert people, you won't see it because I don't want to spam the add everyone tag anymore. Oh, is it March 28th? Oh, I thought it said 18th. Hold on, I guess I should open my email, shouldn't I? I haven't even looked at it. I've just been reading other people's stuff on Twitter. Let's see. Total War, here we go. No, it's the 18th. Yeah, it's not the 28th, it's the 18th. So it's 5 days from now. Who said the 28th? Get out of here with that. Who is he? Playstyle. Oh, wow, they actually put a couple. Let's put this up on screen. Hold on. Hold on. How do I full screen this? Here we go. Hold on. There we go. Oh no, that means chat's in the wrong spot. Hold on, y'all gotta move. There we go. So, here we go. Oh, the permissions are mixed. Oops. Okay, hold on. We'll just do the add everyone tag for right now, and then we'll swap them. Okay, so we need a Halogam. Remind me that we need to flip that. So Rakarth the Beastlord. He'll be here in 5 days. 5 days. Of all the known Beastmasters of the old world, Beastlord Rakarth of Kyron Kar is in a true league of his own. His gift for taming beasts was evident as a child when, armed with only a piercing stare, he calmed the black dragon Brachus, forming a bond out of a shared lust for carnage and cruelty. Playstyle. Rakarth is a heavily armed anti-large character who specializes in slaying large monsters and enhancing his own beasts. He's a lover and a fighter, you see. Despite all his armor, he's a quick and agile fighter who will scare the enchanted pants off those good-for-nothing high elves. Unique items. The Whip of Agony allows Rakarth to temporarily strip monsters of their ability to cause fear and terror. Whoa! That's actually really good. Not only does this limit their impact on Rakarth's own troops, it can make these creatures vulnerable to fear and terror themselves. The Beast Armor of Kyron Kar, which grants passive bonuses to Rakarth's defenses when he is near enemy monsters. For mounts, he can ride a Scourge Runner Chariot, a Manticore, or Brachus, his personal black dragon. And they will have more info on Twitter coming soon. Make sure on the 18th you log on to Total War Access for your free legendary hero. So, this kind of just happened. Just sort of fell out of the sky. Wow, talk about just out of left field, dude.
€1 through Super Chat.
Hey, thanks, Pendrum, for the tip, my dude. I need to mess around with... Anyway. So, I would say... So, they didn't say anything about the Lord Pack. So, I'm guessing the Lord Pack's not till May. Maybe April, but probably not till May. Why no Lord Pack? It's not ready yet, I guess. Oh, sorry, Legendary Lord. Sorry, he's a Legendary Lord. Sorry, I didn't mean to say hero. Oh, okay, Hologram. Okay, I'll mess with it later. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Well, I guess I should announce it where people can see it. I'll put it in regular announcements for today. Hold on, I gotta fix the Discord. There we go. So, let's talk about this. This actually has a lot of really interesting implications. First of all, can we talk about how cool it is that we're getting a legendary lord for free? This isn't for an event. This isn't for, like, Skulls for the Skull Throne. This isn't for Make Love Not War. This is just free legendary lord. Just, there you go. I'm gonna actually aim my camera down just a hair. I like to talk with my hands, but you can't see them. We get, no. We get free legendary lords with other products. I don't think we've ever gotten content just for no reason. This is literally just a for no reason FLC. I don't think that's ever happened before. It's not a White Dwarf promotional. It's not a promotional event of any kind, and it's not coming with the DLC. It's just, here's your 6 Dark Elf Legendary Lord, shut up. That's how I'm interpreting it. I am interpreting this as, we know, like, shut up, here's your 6th Lord. Now, Dark Elf fans, sit down and be quiet. There you go, you got him. He looks great. He looks very, pretty much, he has his same armor from the Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning design. He just doesn't have the face mask. They actually have it where his face is exposed. But it's the same model design as the concept art from Warhammer Online, which is pretty cool. I'm glad they kept his design.
Darius Farah donated 10 Romanian lei through Super Chat. What's the pink thing in the background? Behind Dayu.
What is that? Hold on, let me get... What the hell is that thing? Oh, it's a squig. It's a squig. It's a single squig. So maybe it's like it's a squig. I don't know what kind of squig it is, but that's a squig. Threw me off for a second, but yeah, it's a squig. So it looks like Rakarth is gonna have access to a bunch of animals, kind of like Drycha does. You can see here there's a giant wolf, there's a stegodon, there's a carnosaur, and then there's a squig there in the background. So I'm guessing he's just gonna have like a motley horde of critters. And I'll tell you guys, I feel super confident it's gonna be Beastman versus Lizardman now. I really feel like that's the only option. It's gonna be Beastman versus Lizardman, because they have made it where the kind of DLC they're working on, or the DLC cycle we're in right now, is a game 2 base race versus something else. So it's probably going to be Lizardman, because Lizardmen are really the only ones that you could do. I mean, I guess you could do High Elves, but I feel like it's too soon for High Elves. We already have 6 Lizardmen. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many characters are in the game. I don't know why everyone gets hung up on this 6 number. There's no magic number where they stop making legendary lords. Like, that's such a weird thing to hook onto. It has to be a Game 2 race, though. They're not going to do a Game 1 versus Game 1 DLC. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. What about Neferata? They're not going to do Game 1 versus Game 1, guys. There's no way in hell. There is no way they're going to do Game 1 versus Game 1. It's not going to happen. Are there Lizardman units left to be added? Troglodon. You could do Skink Horned One Riders. The Quaddle. They could do a Croxagore hero. Skink Oracle is like a new Lord type. You could have Oxiodal as a sniper shooty Lord. You could have Chalkox as a legendary hero. There's stuff you could do with the Lizardmen. Where was the screenshot posted? This one? On Twitter. And it's in your email. If you're on Total War Access. Do I think they'll... No, they're not going to demote Tic-Tac-Toe. They're... Like, I don't think they care how many legendary lords there are. You'll have to remember, in Game 3, we're just going to keep getting more legendary lords. The 6 was to give an equality to Game 2 core races. I don't think they're going to stick to that. I see no reason why they couldn't do a Game 1 versus Game 1, because it's a game... If you do Game 1 versus Game 1, it doesn't really make sense as a Game 2 DLC from, like, a marketing perspective. Like, what I'm hoping is that when we hit Game 3, they don't do any Game 3 versus Game 3 DLCs. I never want to see a Game 3 versus Game 3 DLC. I only want to see Game 3 versus Game 1 or Game 3 versus Game 2. I do not want to see Game 3 versus Game 3. Because, like, if they're running with the philosophy, which they seem to be, of like, there has to be at least a Game 3 race involved, then, yeah. They're not going to do dwarfs or vampire counts. I think if they were going to do dwarfs and vampire counts, they would have done it during their rework. But the problem was they shot the dog when they... Is that a saying? They screwed the pooch. There we go. When they did Dark Elves versus Skaven. If you wanted dwarves, if you wanted vampire counts, like I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm on that team. I want that just as bad as you guys, if not more. And they screwed up. That's when they needed to do it. They should not have done Dark Elves versus Skaven. They should have done Skaven versus dwarves and Dark Elves versus vampire counts. But we're past that. We missed the boat. CA dropped the ball on that.
$5 through Super Chat. Are witch hunters the fantasy equivalent of 40k inquisitors or other?
Oh god, it's doing this shit again.
Stone Sentry donated
No, why are you
$10
doing
Super
this?
Chat.
Stop
Team
it.
Lizard go. Rid the world of
Dude, I'm gonna have to
chaos
just,
and
like,
people
disable
thinking
Streamlabs because it's just freaking out.
Ranks donated $4.99.
Where is it doing this
Super
from?
Chat. Happy New Year.
Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Spezia Poet donated $4.99 through Super Chat.
Yeah, there's unfortunately like a really bad bug right now with Streamlabs where if somebody tips, it's been freaking out. Oh, Streamlabs, what did they do to you? I'm make sure all this is turned off. Okay. Everything should be turned off now. Alright. How am I right now? Oh, I'm fine. My allergies have been kind of bothering me lately. Because it's spring's kind of coming right now. Like, that's been a little stressful. It's just my allergies have just been like, kill me now. But other than that, I have been totally fine. No!
$2 through Super Chat. R.I.P. Robo Voice Waifu.
What the fuck? I disable it, and it... Oh, wait, I know what it's doing. Okay. Actually, so Super Chats, I think, will work fine. Super Chats we can leave on. We just have to turn off regular tips. Because Streamlabs is a bastard. Which Lizardman Legendary Lord will we get? If it is Lizardman, which I feel like it likely is, it's probably Oxyodel. Because Oxyodel is the most different. He doesn't really... Like, if you had asked me 2 years ago if Oxyodel was going to be a Legendary Lord, I would have told you no, that's stupid because he's an assassin and can't lead armies. And then they released Deathmaster Snitch as a Legendary Lord, so it's like, ah. So, it's probably Oxyodel. Just because he's the most different. Do I think Rakarth will get... Yes. I think you could say with certainty that Rakarth will have monsters from other factions, because he already... They're all right here. He's got... God, this is so... It's mirrored, so it throws me off. He's got giant wolves, stegodons, carnosaur, and there's even a squig. It's probably a super squig, or the squig from the Beastman, or the Greenskins FLC that you can get from WoS. Where would Oxyodel start? I have no idea. He can start literally anywhere he wants. I would prefer Tedoecho. I like Tedoecho a lot, but I don't see what the difference between Tedoecho and a Slon would be. Like, he's literally just a skink Slon. That's his entire gimmick. Oxyodel would actually be something really, really different. Isn't there another blizzard on the way towards Texas? Is there? I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather. Let's see. What's the forecast? No? Not where I live, at least. It doesn't get... It's gonna stay at, like... It's beautiful weather this week. Like, we got some storms, some rain, but it's gonna be in, like, the 70s all week. Cathay versus Dark Elves. I don't think Dark Elves are going to get any DLCs. I think Dark Elves are done. Like, I think Rakarth here is... I think that you will probably see another Dark Elf Legendary Lord and Legendary Hero at some point to get... I hope they will do something to get Talaris, Shadowblade, and Korra Darkhand in the game. But I don't think you're going to see any more Dark Elf DLCs. I think Dark Elves are done. Like, their rosters, like, you could add stuff, but there's nothing meaningful left to add to the Dark Elf roster. If it's Oxyodel, do you think we'll get Chakax as a Legendary Lord? Or Legendary Hero? I hope so. Where's this announcement? In your email, as long as you're signed up on Total War Access. Dark Elves in Game 3? I don't think so. I mean, what would you add? Like, they have their entire book already. There's literally nothing Dark Elves are missing. I mean, you could add stuff just for the sake of adding, but there's nothing they're missing, if that makes sense. Do I think it'll be Gothor or Tarix? It's not going to be Gorthor. Gothor the Beastlord is he has too much overlap with Kazrak. I don't think they're even going to put him in the game, to be honest. It's going to be Tarix. Like, you cannot not do Tarix. Yeah, I could see a Dark Elf free LC in Game 3, but I don't see any more DLCs for Dark Elves. I think Dark Elves are done. What about Nagash? Game 3. The Fleet Master the Fleet Master's already in the game. Like, if like, the Black Ark General is the Dark Elf Fleet Master. They don't call them that. They call them Admirals, which is stupid. They should be called Fleet Masters. But, like, their starting innate trait, if memory serves, is Fleet Master. So, like, they're in the game. They don't have unique models, which is kind of lame, but they're in the game. What about Gorbad Ironclaw? We'll probably see him in Game 3. But what about Pontus? I don't want to play Pontus. Dark Elves are too weak in multiplayer? Well, that's not a DLC problem. That's a balance problem. Like, that just means that you need to tinker with their numbers, not add new shit. for the sake of adding new shit. No, this is standalone. This is standalone. Like, 5 days. 5 days from now, you'll be playing this guy. 5 days. You'll be playing this. What's the news? Rakarth the Beastlord is coming for free to everyone from Total War Access. 5 days. March 18th. Will Rakarth be kind of like a rogue army? No, I think he'll kind of be like Drycha, where you can just recruit beasts. I think he's going to be like a Dark Elf version of Drycha, if that makes sense. Dark Elves do not have merworms. And the Hydra subspecies is his thing. Rakarth invented, or crossbreeded, a version of a Hydra called a Spellthirster Hydra. So I imagine he'll have some kind of gimmick with Hydras. But it's not really like a unique unit. It's just a Hydra that had magic resistance. That was literally all it did. So I don't think that would be a new model. That would just... Like, he'll probably have, like, a skill point you can buy that transforms your Hydras into Spellthirster Hydras. Give us some lore on the Beastmaster Go. Yeah, well, actually, a funny fact about Rakarth is Rakarth actually wasn't in the Dark Elf army books. At least not... I think he was mentioned in 6th edition? But he's not even mentioned in the 8th edition book. When people first started talking about Rakarth, I was like, I know that name, but I don't know who... I can't remember who this guy is. And I finally had to like look him up because he's not... Because I don't own physical copies of the before 8th edition Dark Elf book. I used to, but it got destroyed by somebody. But like Rakarth hasn't been playable in tabletop for like... By 8th edition standards, like when I started playing Warhammer Fantasy, Rakarth was not playable. Rakarth was playable. Yeah, people are saying Rakarth was playable in 4th edition. So I started playing Warhammer Fantasy in 5th edition. Rakarth didn't exist, or he had been squatted by that point. Like there were no rules for Rakarth. The entire let's see, how long did I play Warhammer before it died? Like in the 12 years that I played Warhammer before it died, Rakarth was never a thing. So like that's why I had to like actually go look up stuff about him, because there was no info on him in all my books. Because he essentially got replaced by Lokir Felhart. Lokir Felhart replaced Rakarth the Beastlord because they are both Kar and Kar characters. Like, they're both from the same city. Rakarth is from the same city that Lokir Felhart is. A lot of people think he's from Clarkarund because it would make more sense, but no, he's not. he's from the Slave Master city, not the Beastmaster city, which is weird. Are the Dark Elves missing any lores of magic? Technically, yeah. The Dark Elves are supposed to have access to all 8 battle lores in addition to dark magic. So kind of like how the High Elves have access to every lore, except for, and then in addition to high magic, Dark Elves are supposed to be the same thing. I don't think they're going to do that, because if they were, I think they would have done it already when they, like, put the Supreme Sorceresses in the game. But I guess they're just going to let the Dark Elves have the bad guy lores and leave it there. Where did I see the official announcement? Do I have a link I could post it? I don't think, because it's in your email. It's in your email! Go read your email! It's Total War Access. Go read your goddamn email. It's Total War Access. Do I think Brachus will look unique? Yeah, I'm sure Brachus will have a slightly unique appearance. Like, he might have a unique helmet on his dragon, but it's not going to be, like, wildly unique. Do I think the Lizardmen will get more lores of magic? They should. Slunch should have all their lores.
50 Swedish krona through Super Chat.
Hey, Alexander, thanks so much. By the way.
Unique.
Norsca and Tomb Kings are 2 possible being overlooked. Hopefully Norsca and Tomb Kings will get something in Game 3. I'm pretty sure we're coming up to the last DLC for Game 2, and it's going to be Beastman and then, like, Lizardman, probably. As much as... Don't get me wrong, a lot of people may be thinking that I'm saying it's Lizardman because I want it to be. I don't. I would much rather see, like, dwarfs or vampire counts get some love because they need it the most. It just to me, feels like it's almost assuredly going to be Lizardman, like, unavoidably. What are all the lores for the Slann? All 8 battle lores and then the lore of high magic. Where do I think Rakarth will start? Sign of the Emperor is a member of the Discord server and the community. He's been pretty adamant about putting Rakarth in Albion. I think that actually would make sense. The Dark Elves have a pretty good storied history there. You could also put him in Ulthuan. I would not mind a Dark Elf character and actually to be on Ulthuan. That would be pretty interesting. But I mean, every other continent's covered. So I think he'll either start in Ulthuan or maybe somewhere on like one of those islands surrounding. I could see him starting in Albion though. Norska versus Tomb Kings. Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. Norska versus Tomb Kings would be hot. I'd buy that. The War of Sand and Snow? Yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat. No, I don't do Lost Ericsson. Lost Ericsson is so boring. like he discovered and built the first port, human port in Lustria, but the dude's not like a great warrior champion. He was a discoverer. That's not, I don't want that dude being a legendary lord. You gotta make it somebody like with some gravitas. You think he's gonna start in Karan Kar? Maybe. He could start in Karan Kar. That would be a lot of Dark Elves in that would be a lot of Dark Elves there. What about Nakai? Nakai only starts in Albion if you are playing him in Mortal Empires. If you, the player, play Nakai, he shows up in Albion. If the AI is playing Nakai, he starts in Lustria. So like he's not even there. Plus, he's a horde, not like a actual start faction, so I don't really think he counts. Is this for Total War? Yep. There's a new Legendary Lord coming out, 5 days. What characters from 5th edition do I think are possible? I would not really ask me that because I don't care about 5th edition. I'm sorry. If it's before 6th edition, I don't care. Like that's not in my ballpark. I only care about 6th edition forwards. 5th edition was a very different beast. Like, I didn't play it. Haven't we had 2 DLCs for every Game 2 race? Yep. So somebody's gonna get 3. I didn't call him a whore. A horde. Duh. Not a whore. I mean, Nakai might be. I don't know. I don't judge his personal life. He can do what he wants. He's an adult. He can make his own decisions. Where's the announcement for this at? Check your email. Oh, Skaven have 3? Yeah. Okay, well then what? Yeah, Lizardman could totally have 3. Wait, Skaven had... Yeah. Skaven had Wood Elves versus Dark Elves versus Lizardman. You didn't get a Rakarth email and I have access? Check your spam folder. It's in my email. Lizardman versus Skaven 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, really. Knowing our luck, it's just gonna be more Skaven garbage. I'm so sick of Skaven DLCs. Man, my hair has gotten so fucking long. Jesus Christ. I need to do something with it. Do I think Goros Warhoof might be the legendary lord for the Beastman DLC? No. I think Goros Warhoof will be the free LC lord for the Beastman DLC. Lizardman versus Lizardman? I'd buy it. Everyone thinks it's going to be Moonclaw? Nah. I can see Moonclaw being a legendary hero. I don't see Moonclaw being a legendary lord. Moonclaw's weird. Buzz it? Ah, no. Are Dark Elves having Carnosaurus and Stegodons lore friendly? Is Rakarth having any monster he wants lore friendly? Yeah, I think so. Rakarth is a Beastmaster. What do you think he does for a living? Goros is boring? How dare you? Goros is like one of the only like there's not a lot of like monstrous cavalry special characters. Or I guess technically he'd be a monstrous beast. Not monstrous cav. You have to have a rider to be cav, so I guess monstrous beast. Goros being boring, rude boy. Goros is awesome. Goros is like one of the only. He's basically a Slanesh character. He just doesn't have the mark.
How dare you offend me such?
I'm not sorry. If I offend you, I don't care. I'm not sorry. Deal with it. Centaur, well, yeah, Centaurs are called Cav in Total War. In Tabletop, they were referred to as Warbeat. I think they had the. Oh, God, what was their classification? Hold on. I want to look now. What were y'all classified as? Beastmen. Should tell me. It's been so long. Centaurs, what are you? Army Builder will know. They were always a weird one. Let's see, 8th edition, Beastie Boys, special units, Centaurs. Oh no, they were marked as cavalry. Weird. Huh. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, I guess making them, God, making them war beasts wouldn't make as much sense because that would come with some stupid rules. What about the Cult of Ulrich? Cult of Ulrich will come at some point, maybe? I don't know. We don't have a guarantee on that. I don't know what they're doing with... I have no idea what they're doing with Boris and the Red Duke. I have no idea what they're doing with those two. They know the community wants them to be playable. Hopefully, Rakarth... like, we're getting Rakarth for no reason. Like, we're just getting Rakarth for free. So hopefully this... Maybe we can get Boris and the Red Duke finished at some point. What are the chances for Slugtongue or Moonclaw? I think Slugtongue or Moonclaw will be a legendary hero for the Beastmen. Hopefully after the last DLC, Creative Assembly understands that people really like legendary heroes, and we're going to get a lot more of them. Am I going to get early access to Rakarth? Hopefully. Boris is playable? No. Boris is in the game, but you cannot start a campaign as Boris. Was he a subordinate of Lokir Felhart? No. Lokir Felhart and Rakarth are very... I don't think they ever cross paths. You have to know, Rakarth isn't talked about in the lore. Rakarth is a old character that a lot of fans of Dark Elves have just kind of held on to over the years. But Rakarth hasn't been playable for, like... By the time Warhammer died, like, the End Times finished up, Rakarth hadn't been playable for over a decade. Like, this is an old character. If Thunder Barges were a thing, how large do you think they would be? I would want them to be the largest flying unit. So I'd want them probably to be rough. I'd want them to be like at least the size of... what's a good size comparison? They would need to at least be monstrous sized. So like notably larger than any monster, except the Dreadsaurian, obviously. Like I would say maybe like half the Dreadsaurian size. So maybe if you like cut the Dreadsaurian in half, like lengthwise, or so like from tail to head, cut that in half, I would make the Thunder Barge at least that big. But I mean, you could make it bigger. So dragon size? Yeah, like dragon size would be good for a Thunder Barge. Those skulls on his belt are kind of small. Well, they're Twitch chat heads, so I mean, y'all have small brains. Who knows? Maybe he killed small people. Maybe he just killed halflings. Sorry, not sorry. Why are we getting this? I don't know. I don't know. Presumably so the Dark Elves could have 6 Legendary Lords, because they're not getting any more DLCs. Could the Dreadsaurian defeat a dragon? Yes, a Dreadsaurian could easily kill a dragon. Easily. Do I think he'll have a mechanic like the Norskin Monster Hunt or Emmerich Dragon Quest? Probably not. I think he'll have Drycha's system. Drycha's system would make the most sense if he, like, is going to have a lot of units. Where's his mask? He's not wearing it. He has a super badass face with a big old scar, which I think looks way better. His mask was dumb. Like, if you gave him his mask, he would just look like a shitty Malekith. Free LC? Yep, free LC. I thought you said 6 didn't matter. I think 6 does not matter, but the community has made it very, very clear they want at least 6 lords for each of the base factions, which I think is totally fine. Like, you can see here, Creative Assembly listens to you guys. Everybody really wanted a 6 Dark Elf Legendary Lord. There you go. Where was this announced? In your email, if you have a Total War Access account. I need to, like, scoot over so I can make better hand gestures. There we go. Will the Dawi return in Total War Warhammer 3? They fucking better. I'm still pissed the Dwarves and Vampire Counts did not get a Game 2 DLC. I am genuinely pissed about it. It was a huge fuck up on CA's part. What if I want more than Lizardman Lords than 6? I don't think there's some magical print listed somewhere that says you can only have 6 Legendary Lords. I'm pretty sure the Lizardmen are going to be in the next DLC versus the Beastmen. You wish it would have been Talaris? Yeah, I mean, I like Talaris a lot, but I think Rakarth has a much more interesting dynamic. I mean, he's the Beastlord special character. We have Beastlords in the Dark Elf roster, and they don't have, like, a Legendary Lord representative. There he is. And Talaris, to me, I like Talaris a lot, but Talaris, to me, is a little too similar to Hellebron as far as, like, dynamic. Like, he's a Cult of Cain special character, and so is Hellebron, so there's kind of a lot of overlap. From like a thematic point of view. I do wish they had rewritten, I wish they had edited Rakarth's lore so that he was from Klar Karund instead of Karan Kar, but it's not a huge deal. Beastlords are kind of shit. Well, it doesn't matter if they're bad or not. That's not the point. Like, that's a balance issue, not a like, should they be a thing issue. I think they will use the Lizardman Assassin for Game 3. I disagree. I think they're going to use him in Game 2. Would be cool, though. Is that music from Gothic 3? No, this is from Skyrim. I don't even know what Gothic 3 is. How much thematic gameplay will they put in this Lord? I don't know. Hopefully a lot. Hopefully he'll be fun. I don't imagine he's going to be, like, super powerful, but hopefully he'll be, like, enjoyable, you know? I don't know. It depends. It depends on how he gets his critters. If he gets his beast like Drycha does, I could see him being pretty good. If he gets them like Emmerich does, that wouldn't really make sense because I doubt his units are going to be... I doubt these monsters are going to be very elite. I think it's going to be more that he has access to monsters not normally a part of his roster, which is much more like Drycha's system. But I don't know if he's going to like have some kind of punishment to make up for that or what they're going to do with it. He could be very, very strong. Warhammer community has been slow on the Kislev and Cathay reveals. I don't know what you want me to... I mean, Warhammer the Old World is still probably at least a couple of years away, dude. They are not in a rush to announce that. And that was before COVID, like, slammed everything back. So, here's what I want to talk about, though, real quick. Can we appreciate as a community how awesome it is that we're getting a full, nicely looking... I mean, we have to wait until we like get to actually play them before we really make a judgment call. But hey, we're getting this for free, dude. Like, we don't have to buy a White Dwarf magazine. We don't have to wait a super long time. We don't have to win a stupid contest. We don't have to, like... It's not part of some promotion. It's just fucking... There you go. New Legendary Lord. Just, there you go. More of this, please. More of this, please. Like, in Game 3, if we could just get more Legendary Lords, just... There you go. Like, yes, please. Yes, please. Now, if we could just get more Legendary Heroes, I'll shut up. But, like, you know... Marius Leetdorf is a FLC? Yes! Yes, bring out the Leetdorf. This will tide us over into the next DLC? Yeah. And maybe, that could be what it is. Maybe the next DLC got delayed or something, so we're getting this as like a consolation prize, which I'm totally okay with. Like, I don't care why we're getting it, I'm just glad we're getting it. Like, I am very excited for Rakarth. I actually, like, I'm not... I have gotten a hold of the White Dwarfs where they talk about him, and I've read his old lore. He is a very, very cool character. And I am excited that he's getting added. I know a ton of people wanted him. A ton of people wanted him. Dude, okay, the AI is not half-assed in this game, okay? Listen, just because the AI goofs a lot does not mean it's half-assed. I have met the people who designed the AI for this game. Don't be mean to them, dude. They work their asses off. Like, yeah, their AI's derpy, but it's really hard to make AI for a game like this. It's super fucking hard. They're trying their damnedest. Like, don't talk shit about the AI team. They're trying. What beast does he wield? It looks like all of them. I mean, he's got some Lizardmen and Greenskin monsters here. We know he rides Brachus, which is his dragon, but he also could take a Scourge Runner chariot mount, which is going to be horrifying, I might add. Scourge Runner chariots are already some of, like, one of the nastiest fucking things in the game. And putting what may actually be a very good Legendary Lord on a Scourge Runner chariot sounds terrifying. They should try harder. How about you get a fucking gaming degree, learn how to program, and go work and fix it? If you're going to be that much of a conceited dickhead about it, dude. Oh, they should try harder. Idiot. Do it better, then you may talk trash. That pisses me off. What about the cat? You mean the wolf? That thing? That's a wolf.
Meng Ranks donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Happy Year of Bull.
No, he didn't. Why are you lying, game? Or Streamlabs?
Spezia Poet donated $4.
Dude, I'm gonna just have to disable Streamlabs. Okay,
Hey,
Super Chat, shut
would
up.
you rather have
Stop
Caro
it.
Franz as the Celestant
No!
or Vlad the Mortar
Quiet.
Soulblight Gravelords?
Hold on.
AJ donated $2 through Super Chat. Do you think we'll ever get the Amazons in TW?
Shut up. Stupid broken... Streamlabs, fix your shit! Fix your shit! Oh my gosh. You sure that's a wolf? Yes, I am very sure that's a wolf. Are we looking at the same? You think that's a cat? You think this is a cat? Seriously? That's a wolf. It's it's not a cat. That's not what cats look like, dude. Plus, Warhammer doesn't have these kinds of like. Total War Warhammer doesn't have a cat that looks anything like this. The only cats we have right now are the white lions. Looks like a stonehorn. Oh, okay. I see it. I see it now. I see it. If you think this looks like a cat, you need to get your eyes checked. Or get a bigger screen. One of the two. No, if this was a saber tusk, those fangs would be way bigger. Inquisitor Thomas, I'm sorry, I turned it off. Good try, though. When's Toddy? How soon, I hope. I was really hoping they were going to resolve the Toddbringer and Red Duke issue during Game 2. It's kind of wild they let it not... They didn't fix it, even over the course of 2. The 18th of March, yep. Which, nothing's going on. Like, there's no... 18th of March isn't like a weird holiday in England or something, is it? Or like International something day? Are those Harpies above? Yep, but Harpies are already part of the Dark Elf roster, so that's not super exciting. Doesn't Warhammer have cougars? What about Morathi? I mean, yes. "18th of March is the Snyder Cut." I somehow don't think these are related. Just maybe. It's Hangover Day. Yeah, the 15th is the Ides of March, but that's not it. How would I fix the Horde mechanic? I'd get rid of it. The way you fix the Horde mechanic is you turn every Horde into a pseudo-Horde. Because the fundamental Horde system is boring. And it doesn't allow for unique designs, or unique buildings, or unique interactions, depending on like where you are in the world. It's a fundamentally broken system. And to fix it would require fixing it from the base up, so the best thing to do is just turn them all into pseudo-hordes where they can build buildings in some unique areas. So, like, let the Beastmen build herd stones in forest areas, like, where the, like, wood elf areas. Or let them, like, that's what I would do. And Chaos, Warriors of Chaos should not be a horde. Warriors of Chaos should be able to build Chaos Keeps. Or Chaos Fortresses. That's, like, Warriors of Chaos do that all the time in the lore. Do I know who Gruarth is? Not off the top of my head. I was going to say Neferata is the next and final DLC. That would make it a Game 1 versus Game 1 DLC. I don't think they're going to do that. I would give Chaos Fortresses and Beastmen Bloodgrounds. Essentially, yeah. Yeah, I don't think pure hordes are good. I think it's a fundamentally broken system, unfortunately. Do I have any favorite mods for Total War Warhammer? Yeah, 2 skill points for Lords Only mod, which I find makes the AI a lot more dangerous. And also lets me have more fun making powerful characters. And also... That's the one that solves the puzzle for you. The circular, the stupid calendar-looking puzzle. Kislev mod stream when? Some point. Have I tried SFO Overhaul? Yeah, it was fun. It's not my favorite thing in the universe. I think I prefer playing without it, but it's a fun mod. It does too much for me. Now, if someone wants to make a mod and have it be my favorite mod to ever exist, and I'll give you lots and lots of praise and shower you with affection and love because I'm not legally allowed to give you money for it. If someone wants to make a mod where you make the Kroxigor from Total War Warhammer look as close to the Blood Bowl 2 Kroxigor as possible, I would talk nice about you and promote your mod. Did this get leaked? Nope. It was announced. Do I like Mixus? I haven't tried it yet. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, Hordes as a concept makes sense. It's just the system doesn't work. It's too old, and it has foundational problems. I have tried Mixu? Oh, I don't even remember that. Would I ever want to see the Avatar of Cain in game? What? No. Avatar of Cain is a 40k thing, not a fantasy thing. No. Absolutely not. Not in a million years. That should be nowhere near this game. If you think Total War Warhammer Kroxigors are better, you're entitled to your opinion, but I think your opinion is stupid. In this house, you're objectively wrong. Classic Kroxigors are infinitely better than Total War Kroxigors are not Kroxigors. They are fat-ass gators that stood up and need to go on a diet. Ah, they're so stupid looking. I hate them. Ugliest model in the game. I prefer Gorst over the Total War Warhammer Kroxigors. What's with all the shade this stream? Hey, they started it. The Blood Bowl 2 Kroxigor is the perfect Kroxigor. If you think otherwise, then you I don't know what to tell you. You're blind. Can I show you a true Kroxigor? You bet your ass I could show you a true Kroxigor. Hold on, I can even show you a 3D render without going in game. Wait, no, that's the wrong artist. Hold on. There he is. Wait, is this the right guy? I think it is. Yeah, there he is. Look at this. Look at this absolute Chad. Look at this thing. Look at that. The big fucking man-crushing jaws that you could tell could go through steel. Spikes coming out of its face and chin. It's ripped with much more interesting muscles. It's not fat. It's got a prehensile tail, which is a must-have if you're going to be a Kroxigor. If you don't have a prehensile tail, you're not a Kroxigor. You're not. Total War Kroxigors have the stupidest fucking tails I've ever seen in my life. They're way too short and they're way too fat. Even actual alligators and crocodiles in our world have better looking tails than Total War's. Plus, it has a club on the end of its tail, which it can use to smash the shit out of people, like it should, and is noted in its lore. Big ol' fuck you razored claws, and it has much more accurate and interesting feet, not those bizarre fucking giant duck feet that the stupid ass Total War version has. This is a real man's Kroxigor. This is the Kroxigor that, like, the Kroxigor in Total War is you. This is the Kroxigor that your girlfriend tells you not to worry about. Like, this is the man, the boy, the king. This is a proper design. That thing in Total War Warhammer is absolute horseshit. It's garbage. It's terrible. It's trash. Absolute trash. Anyone who likes it, just get out. There's the door. Get out. Where can I find the Rakarth announcement? It should be in your Total War Access email. Am I going to play Blood Bowl 3 when it's out? Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for Blood Bowl 3. You assume, both of you assume I have a girlfriend. Ah, you got me there, chat. You got me there, chat. Y'all realize that Saurus and Kroxigors were designed by the same gods, right? They're supposed to be cousins. They're both saurian species. They're supposed to look similar. I can tell none of you read the book. Does this mean we'll get Spellthirst or Hydras? Probably, in some way. Godzilla 2021, don't talk dirty about the alligators. I'll do what I want. You can't stop me. I'm my own boss. Like, Kroxigors are supposed to look similar to Saurus. How would Nakai look as that Kroxigor? I have no idea, but it would have been fucking gorgeous. Will I play Rakarth? Yeah, of course. Have I read The Red Feast? Not yet. I'll get around to it at some point. I haven't bought it yet. I've heard it's good, though. Lots of species were designed by the old ones. They look nothing alike. I'm sorry. Have you seen, like... Here's the thing. They are... Kroxigors and Saurus are referred to as cousins. They are a similar species. They are related. They were designed near the same time using similar materials. What's the lore behind Blood Bowl? It's super goofy. Basically, Blood Bowl... I don't even know how to explain it because it's so goofy. It's basically an alternate reality where the old ones were hardcore sports fans. And they essentially... They essentially, like, had a sacred game, which was Blood Bowl. And the idea was to revolve around the aspect of that all the species of the Warhammer world use Blood Bowl to, like, settle conflict. Like, they still have wars, but they settle a lot of their conflicts and disagreements through Blood Bowl. It is a bizarre sport. It's very silly. And there's another god in Blood Bowl who is Nuffle. Nuffle is the god of Blood Bowl. He's very, very silly. What's my favorite Kroxigor boy lore bit? My favorite lore about the Kroxigors actually doesn't apply to the Total War version, unfortunately. But my favorite thing about Kroxigor's lore, like the way they're supposed to be designed, is that on tabletop... all of the tabletop models for the Kroxigors, their weapons are chained to their wrists. They have like these big golden gauntlets and their weapons are chained to them. And the reason is because when Kroxigors are fighting, they have this super fucking hilarious habit of, like, they swing around these big great weapons, but they fight as much with, like, their natural weapons as they do with their great weapons, if not more so. So, like, they're biting people and, like, stomping on people and clawing people and smashing people with their tails. And the reason their weapons are chained to their wrists is because they forget about them. So a Kroxigor will totally forget about his great weapon because he's too busy, like, brr, brr, like, just smashing the shit out of everything. And so the idea is that when he inevitably drops his weapon, because it's dragging around and weighing his arms down, he's like, oh shit, okay. And he, like, picks it up and gets back into it. they don't drop them because they're stupid. Did I say they were stupid? No, they drop. So lizardmen have a natural issue, which is known as predatory instinct. And the idea behind it, just like it exists in Total War, is that the materials the old ones used to create the Saurus and the Kroxigors is that the fundamental species they used to make them up had some flaws. And the flaws are that they're so animalistic and brutal that when the lizardmen are fighting, they will kind of lose themselves to their predatory instincts, and they'll they'll start doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. So like they'll charge out of line, they'll chase after things they shouldn't be chasing, and the Kroxigor's cases, they just get so consumed by devouring people and smashing people and fighting using their natural instincts. The Kroxigors are not meant to be warriors. They were designed as construction workers. The old ones did not design Kroxigors to wield weapons. The Saurus were designed to be warriors. The Kroxigors weren't. Kroxigors were never intended for the battlefield. They were intended as worker bees. They were intended to lift up giant blocks of concrete and move things around. The idea of putting weapons in their hands is something that the lizardmen decided. The old ones never intended for that. That wasn't part of their design. The lizardmen looked at the Kroxigors after the old ones blew up, and they were like, alright, I guess we need to make use of you guys. And they learned to fight using these weapons, but it's not natural for them. The natural thing for them is to smash people with their claws and tails and stuff. I mean, Kroxigors aren't stupid, but they're not intelligent either. They are very, very driven by instinct and by following their programming, essentially. You can kind of think of it that way. Listen, here's the thing. You can not like actual Kroxigors all you want. Like, if I'm saying all this stuff and you go, well, I think that's stupid, I don't like that, then you just don't like Kroxigors. Sorry! Like, you can not like it, it's okay, but that's the lore, that's what Kroxigor... If you come to this channel, this is what we're talking about. Like, you can tell me all you want. Well, I like the Total War Warhammer Kroxigors. Okay, that's fine, but they're not Kroxigors, dude. They're like a weird, unique creature. Like, they're not Kroxigors. That's why I don't like them. I'm a Lizardman fan. I grew up with Lizardmen. I love Lizardmen. And I wanted my Lizardman in the game. You can like them. I honestly would have been totally fine with the Kroxigors in Total War Warhammer if they had been like a new type of Lizardmen. If they had been like a subspecies of Kroxigor or like an offshoot. If they had given us the Boxigors designed the way they are and been like, they're not actually Kroxigors, but they're like a new type of lizardman. They wield these cool gauntlet things and they have this weird design. Okay, yeah, sure. But the problem is they call them Kroxigors, and they're not Kroxigors. They're stupid looking. Not because the design is bad. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Listen, the models designed in Total War Warhammer are gorgeous models. And they did a great job, and they have cool animations. But they're not Kroxigors. A new Warhammer preview is coming? I don't see it on the page yet. On the community page. I mean, I'll live stream it if it is. But the alligator death roll has nothing to do with their design. even if you had the Blood Bowl design, which is better, he could still do the death roll. The death roll has nothing to do with their appearance. Is Nakai actually a skinny boy? I mean, Nakai would have just been a much bigger, bulkier version of that thing. Rakarth comes with the Whip of Agony. Don't we have that already? It's a Virtuinian one. The Whip of Agony, which Rakarth wields, because Rakarth was not playable throughout most of Warhammer Fantasy's history, Rakarth's whip, the Whip of Agony, was made into a generic magic item. As like a reference to him. That's why yes, it does already exist in the game. But his version is unique. He has a special one. Do I actually know about the next DLC and you're not telling us? No. But even if I did, I would not tell you. Yeah, if anything, the Blood Bowl Kroxigor's death roll would be even, like, more terrifying. Because his jaws are so much stronger. The preview's next week. Oh yeah, it's next week, not this week. Let's see. Faith and Damnation. Hopefully it's the vampires. Yeah, that's the 20th. That's not till next week. So we'll do that then. They may not be Kroxigors now, but they will be Kroxigors once Games Workshop releases new models for them. I disagree. The Big Red Bear. I don't think Games Workshop is going to use those designs. I don't think Games Workshop gives a shit about those designs. Any games today? Yeah, I'll play something today, but not this stream. I gotta go pick up something from Games Workshop. Why do I call them fat? They're very clearly muscled because it's a stupid kind of muscling. They're fat. They're so wide. Like the Kroxigors in Total War don't even look like they can move because they're so grotesquely bloated. Like they have muscles in the sense that like someone drew lines on them. But their muscling looks it's grotesque. I hate it. It looks super stupid. Like, they do not look like they could move at all. Like, they look like someone, like, drew lines on a really big fat dude like me. Oh, don't even get me started on the Slawn. Do not get me started on the Slawn. Don't start that. God, I hate the Lizardmen in Total War. I hate them so much. It sucks. I want to love them, but God, I hate them. I love playing them, but I just don't like looking at them. I have to, like, stay zoomed out. Good to see you, Hugh. I hate the... No, I've always hated them. I thought Rakarth looks good. Yeah, Rakarth looks pretty good. But the redesigns for the Slawn and the Kroxigors were completely unnecessary. And were hideous. There must be visual mods for that. If there are, I haven't found them. What's wrong? Okay, so I'll keep this short. I will keep this short. The problem with the Slawn is that whoever decided to design them for Total War, instead of... What kind of stupid ass wears a Dr. Pepper t-shirt? Here, I'll do you one better, Mr. Sin. What kind of stupid asshole gives a shit what kind of shirt I'm wearing on stream? Fuck off, dude. It's a comfortable shirt. Somebody in my family got it for me. How about you shut the fuck up? Anyway, the problem with the Slawn is, and the Kroxigors, to be honest, is that whoever designed them did not look at the tabletop models. He did not look at, well, he did, but loosely. And he didn't read the story. What he did to design the Slawn and the Kroxigors is the person doing the redesign decided, okay, I'm gonna do these, but I'm gonna make them much closer to the animals they're based on. So I'm not gonna do the Kroxigor from Tabletop of the Lore. I'm gonna do a Kroxigor I'm gonna make a Kroxigor that is much more like a crocodile. Even though he kind of missed the mark on it in a couple ways, because he made the tails bizarrely short. But I think that was due to the fact that they didn't want the model to be over a certain size. But anyway, that's beside the point. They did the same thing with the Slon. The Slon was Dr. Pepper tastes like medicine. What kind of fucking delicious ass medicine are you having? Though I will say it depends on where you live. I had a Dr. Pepper in England once, and it tasted like garbage. Oh my god, it was gross. I will never again drink. Well, most sodas in England taste pretty bad. But over here in Texas, Dr. Pepper's, it's very good. But, if you don't like it, that's totally fine. Anyway, I got distracted. The problem with the Slon is a couple things. The person who designed it decided to make it much closer to an actual frog. And the big thing that he did that was very weird for me, being a fan of the Slon, is the fingers. So, if you look at any Slon artwork, and I mean any, outside of Total War, all of these Slon have very long fingers. They have these huge, freaky looking alien fingers that are like really multi-jointed, like they've got all these crazy joints, and they would use them whenever you read lore about the Slon, so like a battle happening in one of the army books, they always talk about how the Slon's fingers make these crazy alien configurations to cast spells. Like they'll always say, they will literally always use the phrase like the Slon Lord flicks his multi-jointed fingers. Like they say that every single time, and which is hilarious. Like you start to notice it, and when Total War decided to redesign the Slon, they have stubby fingers, dude. They have the stubbiest, goofy-looking little fucking fingers. Taste the same in the UK? I disagree vehemently. They're not even made using the same stuff. If you read the back of a British soda like Coke or Dr. Pepper, they use different types of sugar than we do. I think we rely more on corn syrup ultimately. British, they use the stuff that we put in our diet drinks. I forget what it's called. But like there's a thing that we put in our like Diet Cokes and our Diet Dr. Pepper, and that's what England puts in their regular ones, which is weird. I guess it makes it healthier or something? No, it's not a bad batch. I read the back of the fucking bottle. I read it! That's why everything in England, all of the British Dr. Peppers and the British Cokes have a fucking weird aftertaste, dude. They have a terrible aftertaste. That's why they put those fucking lemons in there. Every time I'd order a Coke and whenever I'd be there for the Everchosen, they'd always put a fucking lemon in my drink. And it's like, stop it! I don't want a sour Coke, you weirdos! Stop! Why is everything over here gonna be weird? Yes, I know soda is terrible. Thank you. I am well aware. Mexican Coke is good. Mexican Coke is good. Chat, please do not be under the idea that if you're in chat right now seriously going, did you know that soda's bad for you? Dude, what? Shut up. I know, I'm aware. Topics of the stream. New Dark Elf Lord to bad Kroxigor design to Slon to Dr. Pepper. What the hell's going on? It's a just chatting stream. That's what happens. Iron Brew? I have no idea what Iron Brew is. Yeah, soda is bad? Oh my god! Thank god someone in chat told me that I shouldn't drink calories. Oh my god, I can... Oh, dude, I'm gonna lose so much weight because that one person in chat revealed to me the grand secret. Oh my god. Like, it's... dudes, my life is about to change because someone in chat went so out of their way to lecture me about information that I could not possibly know on my own. Just, oh, thank you. Thank you. Iron Brew is God tier? What is it? Is it like a soda or a tea or something? I hear not drinking water can kill you. Dude, if y'all think I'm unhealthy now, Jesus, when I was younger, trying to drink water would make me gag. Like, I had a really bad relationship with water. Like, to me, it just tasted terrible or something. I don't know what it was. But, like, I couldn't drink water. I would get sick if I tried. It literally just tasted horrible to me.
Heretical_heretic cheered. X50.
Thanks for the bits.
Minutes.
That sass deserves bits, thanks. So, okay, now someone in Twitch chat is telling me Iron Brew is awful. So what's... YouTube chat, are y'all lying to me? Because Twitch chat says Iron Brew tastes terrible. I've been pot 3 for 3 months. I feel better. Think we'll get a preview soon. Think it'll be Beastman. I think it'll be Beastman. It better be. I think 1,000 billion% it's Beastman. I think it's likely the Beastmen are fighting the Lizardmen. Even though a lot of people don't want it to be. Even I don't want it to be that. I would much prefer it be dwarfs or vampire counts. But I think it's going to be Lizardmen. I do not think there's a preview coming up soon. I think they're giving Rakarth to tide us over. I don't think the Beastman DLC is going to come out till May or June. Iron Brew sucks. Oh, geez. Iron Brew is very bad. Ooh. Is it brewed in sheep stomach? Oh, man, there's a fight about to start in chat. I'm seeing some contentious... Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Why is Sotek pissed off today? I'm not pissed off. I might be a little sassy today. I'm not mad, though. Okay, so something maybe I should address this. I'm not mad at anybody in chat. I'm not mad at all. Like, I like to poke fun. I promise I'm not mad. I'm just fucking with y'all. Please don't take anything I'm saying personally. Except for that one guy who said my shirt was stupid. The guy who said the shirt was dumb, fuck that guy. But everyone else is fine. Have I been to Europe outside the UK? No. England is the only country I've been to outside the US. It's a comfy shirt. What's weird about those, it's got like Japanese written on it. I'm pretty sure that's Japanese. Might not be. I don't know kanji. But your shirt is stupid? Well, fuck you, James. Yeah. I don't know why it has Japanese written on it. Last I checked, Japan does not have a relationship with Dr. Pepper, but you know, whatever. It's a very comfy shirt though. It's super soft. It is Japanese? Yeah, I thought so. How many DLCs are left for Game 2? Probably one. We're probably coming up to the Last Lord pack. And then after that, it will be the Race pack, which is a pre-order DLC for Game 3. But if they do it the way they did Norska, it'll be playable in Game 2. Hold it up, I'll read it for you. Nah, I'm good. I'm okay. If memory serves, Dr. Pepper is pretty popularish in Japan. Oh, okay.
If memory serves, Dr. Pepper is pretty popularish in Japan.
Would I make a fan request lore video? Depends on what you mean by that, Nick. Is that Skyrim music in the background? No. Yeah, it is. I prefer Mr. Pibb over Dr. Pepper. They're pretty similar. Like, I don't mind Mr. Pibb. At least in Texas, Dr. Pepper is much more popular. But, like, you can get Dublin Dr. Pepper in Texas. There's a city in Texas called Dublin that has they have their... Well, not anymore, actually. I think they actually shut down. But, you can still buy it at the store, but it's not quite the same. But you could go to Dublin and get their unique version of Dr. Pepper. It's fucking candy, dude. It is, like... It is delicious. Like, you can't drink a lot of it because of how sweet it honestly is. But, like, it is a treat. If I have a really bad day, I'll go to Walmart. Because some Texas Walmarts have it. I will go to Walmart and get a Dublin Dr. Pepper. Because it's just like, oh, it's so good. Fan theory for money? I'll do a lot of things for money. Yeah, of course. Have I ever gotten into WoW lore? I keep up with it. Agent 15. No, that's not Agent 15. It's Agent... That would not be how you... Oh, no, Agent 19. There we go. Took me a second. I enjoy WoW lore. I watch a lot of videos on it, but I don't play the game. I just find it interesting. I really enjoy watching lore videos about other universes. Like, I like watching WoW videos, I like watching 40k videos, I like watching SCP videos. Can Rakarth use Dr. Pepper? No, he's a dark elf. That would... No elf! Please. You think elves have the palate to handle Dr. Pepper? How to contact me then? Nick, you could shoot me an email. My about page here on YouTube has it, or you could just message me on Discord. Are there new lore books coming out for Seraphon? Oh man. You think Games Workshop actually supports the Lizardman line with lore? No. I'm sorry, it doesn't. However, they did actually get there is a amazing Seraphon book called Clan Pestilence. Kyobuxian. You can get it as part of the Legends of Age of Sigmar omnibus, but technically it's marketed as a Skaven book, but it's from the perspective of the Seraphon for a lot of the book. It's really, really well written. Any theory what Beastman will be if the next DLC is Beastman? Yep, I'll have a video coming out on it soon. What book? It's called Clan Pestilence. Do all elves just eat vegetables? Probably. You follow My Name is Biff, right? Yeah, I do. I haven't watched his Destiny videos in quite a long time. I did binge them for a while. But when I watch lore videos, usually it's when I'm going to bed. Like, I'll just turn them on and have them playing near me so I can hear them, and I just listen to them until I fall asleep. Which Destiny is a very convoluted universe. Like, it is... the main issue is I don't play it, so I have no fucking sense of reference for anything they're talking about. So I get totally fucking lost when I'm listening to Destiny. Like, 40k I understand. SCP I understand. WoW I understand. Like, I played the games. But Destiny is just like... Do I think Seraphon will ever get new models? They are getting new models next Friday, or next Saturday, for pre-order, which is the new Seraphon warband. I think Seraphon will get remodels for their Skinksaurus and maybe Kroxigor. Well, Kroxigors I think will at least get a plastic kit, hopefully. But I do think they're going to be redoing a lot of the Lizardman models at some point. What's my next to read book? The book I'm reading right now is called Covens of Blood. It's about the Daughters of Cain. I'm about a third of the way through it. Really, really like it so far. Maybe they hunt vegetables. Well, I'm pretty sure Dark Elves are just like weirdo cannibals to some extent. What are my predictions for Saturday? I think they're going to announce the Soulblight Gravelord line. I'm still waiting for pre-orders for Broken Realms Tech List, though. Still waiting. You like Pepsi more than Coke? Woo, you're a weird one. I mean, kudos to you. You know, you like what you like, but goddamn, dude. There's an announcement Saturday. Next Saturday, not tomorrow. Or today. Not today. Next week. On the 20th, there's going to be a Warhammer preview. Yes, we will live stream it. Will I be getting the new Be'lakor model? Probably. I'm probably going to send it off to a pro to have it painted as a display piece. I'm not going to play it. Broken Realms more like broken calendar. Yeah, that feels about right. Who will paint that Be'lakor? I don't know, Palooka. That's a big model. Like, I worry about that model, shipping wise. Hey, Oneg, thanks for all the bits, dude.
Odin Egg cheered. X500. Hi Satek enjoying the chatter while painting miniatures for the first time. If by a stroke of luck we get dwarfs versus beastmen, who would be the dwarf lord?
If they do win, I'm not gonna say if, when, because it has to happen. When they do a dwarf DLC, the lord is going to be Thoric Ironbrow, who is the Rune Lord special character. I could also see it being Grim Burlickson. Grim Burlickson is the Master Engineer special character, who has a double-barreled long-range rifle and a steam-powered, or a cogwork steam-powered gauntlet that he can use to literally, like, fucking crush people's bones. No chance at Malachite? No. Malachite will not be a playable character. I think the best you could hope for with Malachi is that he shows up as a Regiment of Renown, either on the Goblin Hewer or on his Thunder Barge, the Spirit of Grugni. But I do not think you'll see him as playable by himself. Bugman, Joseph Bugman will probably be a legendary hero as part of a White Dwarf event. Khazar Dragonslayer? No. Khazar Dragonslayer is the exact same as Ungrim or Thorgrim or Belagar. He's literally just another Dwarf King. We have plenty. We do not need more Dwarf Kings. We have enough Dwarf Kings. Alric Ranulfson. I would allow King Alric Ranulfson, but only if he got his shield bearers. And because he's from a different set of mountains. Why not Malachi? Because Malachi is an absolute goof, and he's not relevant. Like, all those other characters you listed, like, are, like, major leaders, or, like, were in the army books. Except for Gorst. Fuck Gorst. Gorst doesn't count. Something borked Discord. Desolated Maggot, did you read... The Discord went through some stuff today. You have to go to the rules and actually, like, click the emote under the rules. Otherwise, you can't get access to the Discord anymore. We made it so you have to read the rules now. Khazar has a crossbow. Is that lore accurate? Not to my knowledge. Khazar, I mean, he would know how to use one, but when Khazar shows up in the lore, which he shows up fairly frequently, he always fights in melee. There's no emote to click, though? Yes, there is. Desolated Maggot, if you go to the rules, and you'll see there's a thing above my post where it's from the Me6 box, and it's got a little Sotek hype emote under it. Just click that. Who is Lodal Bodal? Lodal Bodal is the deliverer of the Ruby Sanctum. Lodal Bodal was a Saurus Scar veteran who basically operated as one of Tehennawyn's personal champions. Tehennawyn met him at the Ruby Sanctum, because the Ruby Sanctum was a Lizardman outpost, like a sacred site, and the Skaven swarmed it. Clan Pestilence swarmed it, and Clan Pestilence swarms the Oh, gosh. The Ruby Sanctum, and they kill everyone except Lodobodle. Lodobodle was the last guy standing, and he murders all the Skaven. So, like, when Tehenwin shows up to save them from the siege, all he finds is a shitload of dead rats and Lodobodle. And Tehenwin's like, You work for me now. Should Gorfang Rotgut get a DLC? No. Gorfang Rotgut should be a free LC Lord. He's technically already in the game, and I think asking people to pay for that would be obnoxious. Any Nakai campaign tips? Don't play Nakai's campaign. But no. Probably the best thing you can do for Nakai's campaign, you really need to make friends with the other Lizardman factions pretty quick to maybe make yours a little more survivable. But basically just treat him as a normal horde. Nakai's campaign is really busted. Like, he needs some fixing. Personally, I usually would say it's best to go the old one tree that upgrades most of your troops. The magic one is like, it's okay, and the beast one's kind of awful. The Button of Doom. Troglodon or Riot? Yeah, I am excited to see the Troglodon. I hope it's good. The Troglodon, unfortunately, has a sad history of being absolute garbage every time it's been implemented in anything. The Troglodon, since it was invented, has never had good rules. It's always been terrible. Hopefully Total War Warhammer could be the one time it's actually good. What would I want from a Lizardman campaign rework? I want Tehenwin to fix the way he holds his stupid plaque. I want them to fix... For a Lizardman rework, honestly, I think they need to fix Nakai, fix Tehenwin. They're both their campaigns. And then I think they need to make the geomantic web system more interesting and engaging. The rules seem decent in Age of Sigmar. They're okay, like, in a vacuum, Redman 52, but if you compare the Troglodon rules to almost everything else in the book, it's still garbage. And its rules are very wonky. Fangs out. No. I'm saying that I want a Troglodon in the next Lizardman DLC. Am I excited to run through the Chaos Waste in Vermintide 2? I'm hoping that I'm making a video about it. Just stay tuned for that. What is the dragon the dwarves enslaved with rune collars? A shard dragon, like shards of glass. Shard dragon. Boo AOS. I like AOS. You can. I mean, if you don't like it, that's fine. But I like it. What do I think about Tic-Tac-Toe and his campaign? Tic-Tac-Toe is an awesome campaign. Like I agree with a lot of people that he was kind of unnecessary as a legendary lord. But his campaign is baller. Like, his pterodons are super strong. Oh yeah, the Seraphon are super overpowered in AOS right now. The Troglodon sucks, but the Seraphon themselves are very broken. How do I think the Skink Oracle would work in game, knowing all the background lore? Would they be Lords of Heroes? Well, the Skink Oracle would be a Lord, probably. Like, if the Skink Oracle is the guy that rides the Troglodon. That's all they are. However, when, not if, honestly, they do the next Lizardman DLC, which is probably the upcoming one, against the Beastmen, the Creative Assembly really likes to add a new Lord choice every single time they do a DLC. And the only thing we don't really have for a Lord is a Skink Lord. So it's either going to be a Skink Oracle, like a Skink Generic Lord, sorry. Or no, we have the Red-Crested Skink, but he's a Fighty Lord. So it's either going to be a Shooty Lord, which I think would be a little weird, but it might be like a Chameleon Skink Lord, or it's going to be a Skink Oracle, which will be a Skink Wizard Lord. But it's going to be one of those two. What's the tier list for AOS? really long. And plus, like, I'm not super up to date with the meta. I'm only like vaguely up to date with it. If you want to know like a good place for tier lists, I'd probably go hit up AOS Coach. AOS Coach has really, really good videos talking about the meta and like the tournament scene. Or the competitive scene. Would Ariel or Croak make better lords than they would heroes? No! No, 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 no. Queen Ariel and Lord Croak are perfect as legendary heroes. I think they did a flawless job implementing both of them. Chalkox or Tedoeko as a legendary hero? Chalkox. I gotta go. Dude, Chalkox is one of my favorite characters. His design is beyond amazing. I gotta get Chalkox in Total War. A Skink Lord would be super redundant if they don't have access to life magic. I don't think it'd be redundant. I mean, if you gave it the ability to ride a Troglodon, which is a giant poisonous monster that can shoot and fight in close combat with, like, lots of poisonous attacks, and you maybe gave them some, like, unique gimmicks, I don't think they'd be redundant. It'd just be different. Lodal Bodal is the next legendary lord? No, dude. What? Lodal Bodal? Mydros, you need to... I don't know what you're smoking, but you need to stop. It's bad for your brain. Lodal Bodal. It's silly. Lodal Bodal's not even an old blood. He's just a Scarvet. He's just a guy. Itsy Bitsy? At least Itsy Bitsy's an actual, like, legendary character. Skink Chief character. But no, we already have a Skink Chief legendary lord with Tic-Tac-Toe. Are we meditating? I mean, we can. What's your thought on Moonclaw versus Tedoeko for the next DLC? Super unlikely. I don't think Moonclaw is going to be a legendary lord. I think Moonclaw will probably be a legendary hero. And Tedoeko is so similar to Mazdamundi, it's painful. I don't think we'll ever see Tedoeko as a legendary lord. I could see Tedoeko working as a legendary hero. Well, no, then he'd be competing against Lord Croak. Tedoeko, I'd like to see him in the game, but I don't know what you really do with him to make him stand out. He has a lot of overlap with the Slann. Another Slann as legendary lord? Nah, we've got plenty of Slann. We don't need more Slann. Like, I would like more generic Slann lores. Like, give me a Slann of Death, Slann of Heavens, Slann of Metal, and Slann of, what's the last one we're missing? Shadow? Slann of Beasts. That's the one we're missing. Do you think the Gorok model needs some work? Really? I think Gorok looks fantastic in Total War. You'd love to have an army painter? I think the army painter will be the last DLC we ever get. I think they're gonna, like, put everything in the game, and then, like, the last thing they'll do is, like, hey, here you go, Army Painter. Where's the news about Rakarth? It should be in your email. Total War sent out a Total War Access email. I can't post a link to it because it's in my email. Inksy Huinzi? Do you mean Tichi Huichi? Gorok should be a little bigger? Dude, Gorok's fucking huge. He's already huge. He's a big boy. Plus, you don't want your guys to be too big in Total War. The bigger your model gets in Total War, the easier you are to shoot. Which you don't want that. So is Friday the new Tuesday Newsday? Don't say that where Grace can hear you. She will have you executed. Any info on Rakarth's starting location? No, not yet. But seeing as Rakarth comes out in 5 days, I imagine you will not have to wait too long. Any lore about Itsy Bitsy? Itsy Bitsy is the Piranha Warrior. He is a skink chief that specializes in ambush warfare using like swamps and rivers. And he attacks people, usually using the piranha blade, which is super duper nasty. And his favorite thing to do is to chop people up into little pieces and feed their corpses to the piranhas that live in a lot of Lustria's water features, so that the only thing left behind of them is bones. He's very, very terrifying, honestly, as far as skink chiefs go. What factions in AOS do I want, but know will never happen? Ah, that's an interesting question. I think an Age of Sigmar faction I would want, but will never happen. Bretonnia. Bretonnia, or something exactly like Bretonnia. Like an all-knight faction. With maybe just like some crappy foot dudes. I want a hardcore humans wearing armor on horses faction, and I don't think we're going to get that. If they add 2 Beastman Legendary Lords, who will be the second one? The first one will be Tarex the Brass Bull, the second one will probably be Goros Warhoof. Itsy Bitsy leaves you in itsy bitsy pieces. Yeah, that's the gimmick. What's Faith and Damnation? The preview for AOS that's coming next week. Who do I think has the best Lizardman campaign? Gorok. Gorok, far and beyond, has the best Lizardman campaign because it's so hilariously overpowered. Though I think Krokgar has a pretty good campaign, just because he's fun. Bretonnia for Cities of Sigmar? I doubt it. Games Workshop seems to have a big thing against, like, mounted horses. Like, just classic knights. They just really seem to not want to do that. Do I think we'll get monogod factions in the old world? Yes. Who do I not want to see in Total War? Nobody really. I'm happy to see every character in Total War. The only character in the game that I don't like is Gorst. But I don't think there's a character they could add, as long as it's a major character. I don't think there's a character you could add that I wouldn't like. I don't think y'all understand how much I love every aspect of Warhammer Fantasy. What if we got Thanquol next? I think it'd be too soon for Thanquol. I thought I hate Elspeth. It's kind of a meme. I don't mind Elspeth that much, to be honest. The Pygmies? Well, I don't have to worry about the Pygmies, because that'll never happen. What does it mean that Shakira is no longer going to be recruitable Dark Elf Lord from Confederation? This is a dark, sad day. Our hips tell lies now. This is sad. We've lost a light in our lives. Would CA by chance give Nakai his Blessed Blade? I've been trying to get them to do that. The only way that's going to happen is if the community just keeps bugging them about it. But there doesn't seem to be a lot of people in the community asking for it. Maybe that's a movement I could help start, but I'd have to work on it. Who wins Skarsnik and Gobbler versus Tic-Tac-Toe and Zwup? Skarsnik would defeat Tic-Tac-Toe. Is Shakira Helibron? It's kind of rude to Shakira to compare her to Helibron. Last I checked, Shakira has stayed pretty okay looking. I don't think she turns into a nasty old hag every couple months. Would have taken Bahamut the Beast Slayer over Albric? Yeah, I think a lot of people would, but I like Albric. Albric's fun. Ever since he got his trident, I absolutely love him. What kind of music do I like? I mean, I like the only thing I don't like things that are like super duper bombastic for like the sake of being bombastic. Like, I'm not really a fan of metal generally. My favorite music right now is probably like musicals, but musicals have a very wide range that they cover. But I'm also very, very partial to classical music. I don't listen to a lot of country, but I grew up with country, so I have like a nostalgic heart for it. I don't know. I like pretty much everything, but musicals are probably my favorite thing right now. like everything, like it's kind of been a new golden age, but like between Hades Town, Beetlejuice, see what else are the really good ones? Jekyll and Hyde, Mean Girls, Heathers. There's a lot of fucking amazing ones. I just love them. I listen to that shit all the time. And of course the old goodies, you know, like Phantom of the Opera and stuff. What happens to Karl Franz during the end times? He dies. I actually have a video about Karl Franz you can go watch, but it's kind of old. The TLDR for Franz is that he does his best to lead the Empire during the crises that are going on, but Voltan shows up, and Voltan has Luther Huss like proclaiming him to be the reborn avatar of Sigmar, like Sigmar reincarnated. So Karl Franz, to kind of like deal with the situation, gives him Gal Maraz as like acknowledgement of being an important figure of hope, but keeps his status as the Emperor. And because he doesn't have Gal Maraz and he's only wielding a rune sword, or rune fang, the Reichland rune fang, he gets into a duel with Wallach Harkin, who's the head of the Blood Dragons order, or the Blood Knights order. And Wallach defeats him. So Franz gets stabbed, and he basically ends up running around. Deathclaw, his griffin, gets wounded, and the two of them basically go on like a super secret agent spree, just trying to survive being in the back lines of the Chaos Horde. So like the Chaos Horde swoops past them, and he's just like trying to survive. And then he gets found by the Supreme Patriarch that comes after Gelt, who is a beast wizard who heals Deathclaw. They go back to Altdorf just in time for him to fight the Glotkin, and Karl Franz dies fighting the Glotkin. And then, as he dies, Sigmar possesses his corpse and pretends to be Karl Franz for the rest of the end times. Yeah, Hamilton. Hamilton's also a great one. Do I like anime music? Yeah, generally. Who do I think will be the pre-order? Southern Realms? No, if Southern Realms get a DLC, I'll be so happy, but I'll frankly be shocked. I think the pre-order is going to be Ogre Kingdoms. How long before they add a Space Marine skin in Fortnite? I'll give it 2 years. Dude, Waking Up Thirsty, if you have not watched the Mean Girls musical, you need to. It's fucking hilarious. It's very well done. What's my favorite Lizardman dinosaur? Carnosaur. Carnosaur is fantastic. Franz's death isn't as bad as Lewin Leyenkur's. At least Lewin Leyenkur got to go out like a badass, even though he got killed kind of by a cheap shot. Is it safe for me to say Rakarth is going to be the most Lizardman Dark Elf to ever... What? Silver Pentacles pre-order? Pfft, no, you can't do... It's a race pack, not a Lord pack. Do I think we'll get the Glotkin? No. I think the Glotkin are going to be kept for an AOS game. When and how will CA implement Kurt and Ludwig? I don't know if it's guaranteed that they will, but Ludwig Schwarzhelm should be a legendary hero available to all the Empire factions. Kurt Helborg should be a legendary lord who brings in the Grandmaster generic lord and just be like a super badass knight. And put him in Warhammer 3. What are the flying creatures? Harpies. Do I think we'll get more than one Vampire Count legendary lord for a game? We fucking better. We need at least 2 more Vampire Count DLCs. 2. And then we also need a Vampire Count free LC hero. Or lord, sorry. Fuck, it's already 1 o'clock. Alright guys, I gotta go. I'll be back later today to actually like play a video game. But I just wanted to chat with y'all about everything. I gotta go because I have to go to Games Workshop to pick up a model that I had done. And also I have to just run errands. I got shit to do. So, thank you all for joining me. This was fun. I hope you all had a good time just hanging out and chatting. So, I will see y'all later. I'm excited about Rakarth. I hope y'all are too. And I will be back. I don't know what we're going to play later today. We'll figure something out. But I'll catch you guys then. Have a good night, dudes. Afternoon, morning, whatever the hell.